I'm sitting in a coffee shop right now and I just thought to record a video. I am writing my second book, and what I was writing is about it was a chunk, or it was a piece of my book I was currently working on like 5 minutes back, that how men in our society are brought up. So I just found it the right time to record a video that how men in our society are brought up, are raised. Either they are raised in a way to live with a woman or not, and it is definitely not. But I will show. I will write further in my book that how men can build himself, or it is not even possible that there is not a single man to live with a woman. Yes, so yes, there are men. So I'm gonna write further that how we can select and how we can choose a man, and how a man could also build him up if he's not brought up in a way that he should be. It's never too late to build yourself. It's never too late to make yourself understand things in a right way. But there are certain men who never want to come out of a bubble they have been put in by their family, their parents. So they never want to come out of that bubble or that box. They sadly they spend their entire lives in that box, thinking the same repeated things they have been told by their parents in their childhood, in their teenage, or later on in their adulthood as well. So what they are doing is they are leading the life not according to them, not in a right way, not by thinking their own, but by actually I think brought up is not a right word for such man. Train is a right word. Sorry if any of you will be offended, but like we train animals to, because we want them to do certain things like we want them to do, right? So this is the same thing that usually in our society parents do with their kids, with their daughters sometimes as well, but most of the time with their sons, because they are insecure regarding their sons. So what they do is they train them according to how they want them to act in their lives. So they train them, and would never be able to think by their own, would never be able to use their brains. Why? Because their brains have been stopped in their childhood or in their teenage, and they have been asked to do things, limited things. So they have a limited thinking then by the time they grow. So yes, I think this is one of the topics I need to highlight in my book, in my second book. And later on I would definitely let these men know that how they can think by their own, or how they can how they can lead their lives successfully, especially their married lives, because that is the time when they are the head of the family, when they are the leaders. So leaders can't be leaders cannot be the one who cannot think by their own, by himself. So I would definitely not call such a person a leader or a mentor, and a man should be a leader in his married life. So I think parents also need to understand, especially those parents who have time to build a son, to build a child in a right way. I think they need to badly understand this fact that they, just for their ease, they cannot train their kids, but they need to teach their kids how to think by their own. Yes. Okay, I have one book with me right now, which is of Edward de Bono, and this book is about teach your child how to think. I have not read it yet, but I am planning to read it right now, currently in this coffee shop. I just plan it to read it right now. I think this could be very beneficial. This could be beneficial, and this could be very helpful for my book. I think I can grab some knowledge for my book I'm writing. Okay, yeah. See, a very wonderful thing is written down here. The greatest gift we can give our children is the ability to think for themselves. Unfortunately, this is not something that can be learned at school or from any child's friends or peers. Only a parent may teach it. Parents need to understand this, that they have the control, they have the power to raise up their sons or their daughters in a right way. No other person can have that control which parents could have. So I think parents sometimes take it for granted, and they, just for their ease, just for their just for how they want someone to act, they sometimes train or make a robot, not person who can think on their own or who can lead a successful life. So yeah, I really want you to wait for my second book. That would be very helpful, highlighting some of the very strong aspects from our society. Yes, love is